Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Christmas season once again as we talk about couple more.
I think we're
There
gonna
we go, fix it.
figure out get you a better cord.
Yeah, we may need to switch out the cord, but yeah, basically got the new phones. Transfer data was a pain in the butt, but what can you do? Anyway, guys, since it's gonna be the two of us, we're gonna have more people for the last one,
Yes.
but yeah, this one, and also these are kind of not necessarily the most popular of any of the rank and best films. Luckily enough, it's still some of their popular ones, just not compared to the ones we just started out with. But they're good nonetheless, especially since I found out the review for our first film we're going to review, Nestor, is a 6.9 out of 10.
Well,
I kind of see where some critics are coming from, but I don't really think it's deserves that low.
well,
I think it deserves at least maybe a 7 if you want me to be honest. If
well.
I'm going
I
for my
think
score.
I think honestly, when you start looking at everybody else, they're kind of looking at it as today's standards. They're not really looking at it from the standpoint of the standards that were back when it first came out. So I saw some of the reviews on it and stuff like that, and I was like, I was pretty disappointed. I guess just because when you grow up with it, it's totally different. When it first came out, even though that it came out, and I wasn't back in 1968, Nestor.
No, 1977. Yes,
Which one?
it came
Which
out in
one?
1977.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So
That was when it first came
I
out.
was
So
9.
yeah, you were 9 years
9.
old when this TV movie came
Yeah.
out, because technically it's called a TV movie,
Well,
which is actually kind of accurate.
well, it is, and the thing is, it was made for TV. It was especially made a special for.
It's almost
it was
like
a
how
Christmas.
people call straight to VHS movies or straight to DVD movies. Usually those ones are, well, in a way, something classified with movies like Nestor.
Yeah.
They're
well,
more short films that usually are just like a set time frame and are
they
usually
used-
with a low budget depending on the situation. This one had a high budget, but not as high as you would get from most like films we have now. So,
Well, and you have to understand that, back then, I mean, everybody still really liked that art. It really still was.
oh yeah.
Was great. But now, when the show first came out back in 1977, I mean, I think it was just it was basically going up, and I guess how you would put it was you would think that the quality could have been a touch better comparative to some of the other
Honestly,
stuff
the
that they
quality
have.
was good. I
Well,
think that there are a few other things that I think could have been done better.
Well, and I mean, I think the story in itself was very nice. I thought it was
Well,
We'll,
let's
we'll
just
get
get
back,
into it.
We're going to get back to it.
But yeah, basically, for those of you guys who know, we'll be getting started soon. But those of you guys who are new, we of course have a total score of 50, and each category is worth 10 points, which is story, characters, music, design, and depending on if it's video games or any form of media, outside of video games, it's usually either gameplay, which is, again, video games, or it's going to be atmosphere for the remaining. So that's the idea. Also, if you're wondering, okay, this is really distracting. I got to get this thing out.
Or put it into a different spot.
Maybe, yeah, I don't really have a real spot that I could... Well, actually, wait a minute. Hey, could you actually try to put him on top of that?
Well, can you see
or,
it?
hold on, let me see. Yeah. It's strange.
Move the chair. Move the chair.
No, watch this. I'm going to literally put it right there, and you're going to actually see on the camera.
I don't think... I think you need to move it over just a little bit.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, you're right.
No, that's what I'm talking. No, move the chair. Move the chair towards you.
Right. Hold on. Let me see.
Move the chair towards you.
Yeah, he's going to have his own little throne right here.
There you go. Okay.
There, so you guys can at least see him, and we don't have to literally block the camera. So yeah, Rudolph will be sitting right over there and just watching how the show goes. Anyway, like I said, the 5 categories. Let's get started with our first, technically our third film for this month, or TV movie, Nestor, the Long-Eared Christmas Donkey.
Yes. Now
you understand why I couldn't put the full title on there. I had to shorten it. Because, I swear to God, YouTube really just has that set amount of letters or words that you just have to put in there before it says, wrong, you have to take this down.
Oh, yes.
So I'm like, oh, God. So I'm just going to have to call it Nestor the Christmas Donkey. It's a much shorter one. But yeah, you get what I mean, though. It's a weird thing with YouTube, but I don't personally mind. It's just, yeah. If I'm going to do other movies, I'm going to have to really shorten the titles from now on, especially with some of the longer ones. Like Rudolph, I actually had to shorten that to just Rudolph. I couldn't do anything else. It was... see what I have to deal with, people. All right, so what do you project your score is going to be on this one?
Well, for Nestor, I'm going to go with 48 this time.
48?
Yeah.
I'm going to... hold on. I use this pen so much. It's no wonder this thing's running out of ink.
I know.
Jesus Christ's sake. Here, I think I have another one.
Oh, there's another one right over here, too.
True.
You have like 3 of them.
I'm going to give it a 4. Here. Damn freaking pens, I swear to God. Here we go. Please, give me something good. Thank you. Finally, I'm able to write. Alright, yeah, give me a second, folks. I'm tossing these 2 damn pens out the damn garbage. Seriously. I do not need any of these stupid pens running out of ink at the worst possible times. At least I no longer have to deal with the whole missing my notepad thing. It seems like a recurring gag.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, well, let's get started with our first category, story. And the story is pretty straightforward. Hal, of course, originally and actually, technically, it's narrated, but honestly, the story is... Why does it almost remind me of that... I know there's another movie I remember that actually had a donkey as the main character. I just don't remember what the name of it was.
Well, you just have to remember that, it was kind of like... this one here was just kind of more told from the animal's perspective.
I know, but I think there was another one, though.
I can't remember, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there was another one I know of. It was definitely different. Slightly different, but it had a lot of the same premise to certain degrees. However, like I said, there were a few things that were different. The donkey didn't have long ears, for one, so the characteristics were definitely different. But overall, the movie itself had almost a similar feel, and it was made by Don Bluth.
Well, yeah, but for right now, getting back to the story, I really like the premise of the story. To me, it's a 10. The story was actually very good. It's basically stating, even back in the 70s, kind of pointing out people with differences, like the donkey, you just take a look. It's right there, the differences between other donkeys.
I feel like in this case,
longer ears and stuff.
Yeah.
But the story in itself was something right over there where there was major adversity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, mom is the only one that truly believed in her boy, and then she passed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and saving him in the middle of a snowstorm and stuff like that.
I thought it was a sandstorm.
It was a snowstorm back
then. Oh yeah,
then.
you're right.
I
Yeah.
remember it was in the middle of winter.
Yeah, right.
So and then you know.
Sorry, my brain's not working today,
if
folks.
If you progress forward, the storyteller was Roger Miller. You know, he also did Robin Hood. You know, when he was the kind of narrating it through that. So one of the things is that it followed a.
Oh my God! There's actually someone else who was actually in this film. This is actually kind of awesome, but we'll talk about it in a moment.
When we get the characters. But
yeah, but basically for me, I am actually going to give this a little bit of a lower score, mainly because we already had a story on that type of premise, and that's Rudolph. This thing is just cashing in on Rudolph's popularity.
No, but it was different because of the fact that Rudolph was Santa. This one here is Baby Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
So
that's the only. That's why I'm giving it a low. I'm still going to give it high, just not as high as your 10.
Well, the reason why that I'm giving it a 10 is because of the story from beginning to end was totally different, but it was still based off the fact that it was what Nestor did during this time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then then Nestor actually went back to the home that kicked them out, all these other different things over there, and was more better.
I'm still gonna give it an 8 though.
I'm not telling you to change.
I know, but the reason why for me is that, well, like I said, there are some points in the story of Nestor the Long-Eared Christmas Donkey. God, I'm just gonna call him the Christmas Donkey, okay? I just can't say the whole damn title.
Just say Nestor.
Yeah, we'll just say Nestor.
Everybody knows.
But yeah, basically, Nestor's story starts out very differently. I like how it starts out. It's very different from the Rudolph story. However, after rewatching it again, which I have to admit was really hard to find the actual movie, but when I did rewatch it again, I then realized that this thing had a few too many similarities with Rudolph's storytelling.
Well, I don't. That's where we're going to differ on this, because there's really nothing to
more like story premises, not necessarily the actual structure. Just some of the premises are a little too similar for my taste. That it could have been done a little bit differently.
Well, I think,
just slightly, not too much that it would affect the overall story.
Yeah, I think what you had was here the fact that nobody died in Santa Claus, in Rudolph's thing.
Oh yeah, of course.
But something.
Yeah, this one was actually a little bit darker than most of the other ones that they've done up to this point.
Well, and plus the thing is too.
aside from Frosty literally melting into a puddle.
Well, he
in one of his other specials, but yeah, you get what I mean though. But yeah.
But the main thing is to think about, like I said, when we get back to the story. As I said, you followed it over there, and you found that he still had a lot of people, like his angel, his guardian angel, and stuff like that, as guiding him through and everything. So it was a pretty neat
also,
thing.
Do you think the little guardian angel almost looked like a cherub?
It was a guardian angel cherub all at the same time.
I don't know.
They added the two.
You think they would have increased his size at least a little bit?
Well, they weren't going to at this particular point because they wanted something small and cute. So they.
I guess that makes sense. So, and that's not really a nitpick. It's just more really like
when you see the Shining New Year, then you'll start adding.
Yeah.
Well, they do a lot of recycling of
they
things
recycle
and stuff like that, but
luckily enough, with their original stories that they start out with, those things are amazing.
But what they did was they
do with this one, like I said, it is good. I just see a little bit too many of the similarities with Rudolph, but again. We gotta continue on, or otherwise we're gonna get stuck in this endless loop.
The thing is, we're kind of stuck. But you gave it an 8. I gave it a 10. So
all right, next is characters, and actually there is someone else who is also in this, who is a reoccurring actor for this particular franchise.
Well, the guy who was
Paul Frees.
Yes. No, Paul Frees is common in all of these.
Almost all of them. He hasn't been in every single one of them.
No, you're right.
He only missed, one or two of the major ones we're reviewing. And one of them is surprisingly Rudolph, because he was never in that one.
No, that was before his time.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, it's really good though to know that he's been a part of the franchise since after Rudolph. So it's pretty cool, especially since we do hear him in Frosty the Snowman and all the ones that came after. So really good to have him around. Along with, of course, Nestor's mom was played by Linda Gary Howerton.
Okay.
If you guys don't know who she is, she's done The Land Before Time, actually.
Okay.
That's some of her. She was also in Black Star, which, what in the world is Black Star? It looks like a. Oh my God! It's an '80s cartoon.
Ah.
And. Oh my God. Wait, no, this can't be right.
What?
Give me a second. Oh my God, she was Queen Tila in He-Man.
Oh, okay.
Wow, I did not. And She-Ra. I'm like, okay, really? Well, all right then.
Oh yeah.
Wow, you don't normally expect that. That's pretty cool. Of course, we have Eric Stern, who was, of course, Nestor. He was in stuff. He was in. Wait, really? He was in the 101-Year-Old Man. Pretty recent one for 2016, anyway. Actually, he was also in Matlock.
Okay.
Frosty's Winter, so he was in another one of those Rankin Bass ones. Garden of the Dead. A lot of obscure movies, surprisingly. The Emigrants was another one that he was in. Bronson Assassination. Oh wait, he was with Charles Bronson, really? Oh wow, he was in Assassination apparently. The Love Butcher and Corridor.
So when you're taking a look at the characters themselves, not the voices behind the characters, but if you take a look at the characters themselves, they did, it is in true Rankin Bass form and stuff like that too.
Oh, another thing. There's also Brenda Vaccaro. Once Is Not Enough, I believe, is one of the movies she was in. She was also in the original Zorro.
Oh, there you go.
Or I'm sorry, the movie Zorro the Gay Blade.
Oh yes, that was back in the 80s.
Yep, and there's also Airport, Death Weekend. She's been in quite a few movies actually.
Yes, and it's not like they didn't have star power for Rankin Bass, because everybody wanted to be a part of that because you get immortalized that way.
True.
But when you start taking a look at the characters for the movie, for the show itself, for me personally, I give that a 10 too, just because you still got to be able to tell the story. And I thought the characters were, the people who voiced the characters that really made this thing come alive, which really means, to me, what it does is it makes up for some of the shortcomings when it comes to
it does.
some of the other things. So that's the reason why I'm giving it a 10.
Same here.
You can't do any better for what you have.
Mm-hmm.
So I was really impressed with that too. And it's really kind of hard to be able to keep up with that with live action. I don't know how Rankin Bass did it, just to go up there and to still be able to give a lot of life to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same here with the 10 for the characters, because honestly they did a really good job for getting some really good star power. They had they really took the role seriously. I'm very grateful that they made these specials actually worth a damn, instead of like any other special nowadays, like from some of them from Hallmark, that are just usually just blasé. It's just another Christmas film. At least these ones actually have passion behind them, damn it. Also, that number is wrong on the 2023 goal.
Which one?
The number right here.
Oh, okay.
I have to do this. I am so sorry.
What's that?
I am literally just spamming this one right here just so I can get the number right.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, if you're wondering why there's so many notifications of this one person, I'm just trying to make sure to have that number accurate. I swear to God, I kept fixing it, and now for once it's actually behind, not forward. It's weird. So yeah, sorry about the whole. Here, I'm gonna just give me a second. Alert there. There we go. I turned off the alert box for now, just so we can run through all of that. So we're good. Next, of course, is music, and well, what can I say? This movie has most of the specials, if not all of them, had really good music, or at least the ones we're reviewing.
Well,
I have to say,
I noticed
this is the one I'm gonna say that the music was I sadly am gonna say almost forgettable.
Um,
Almost forgettable. Like I said, it's been a long time since I listened to the dang movie. It's just, you know.
well, I will tell you right now that the music in itself was very, very good. It was very appropriate for what they were trying to convey during this time and stuff like that.
There it goes. It stopped.
So I just want to, so when you think about that, that's actually, it was very good. You had also Marty Robbins that actually did, kind of the theme music for it, even though Roger Miller on there too is also another really great singer in himself. Both awesome country singers at the time. One did, was it King of the Road, and of course, anybody knows Marty Robbins, he did El Paso, he did Big Iron, he did so many great, wonderful songs too.
Yeah. When it comes down to this one, though.
Hold on. Let me finish. Thanks.
Sorry.
So what I was saying is the fact that if you looked at the songs as they were singing, as they were going through, everything was very appropriate. And another tidbit that Jules Bass did a lot of the lyrics and made a lot of the songs and stuff like that. I don't think it's forgettable in the sense, the fact is that everything that Rankin Bass does is the music has to go with the show, or it really doesn't work at all. And so they also were able to get good people on there. And as I said, when you have Roger Miller and you have Marty Robbins right over there, those were two big names in country music at that time. And remember, Roger Miller also did the narration to Robin Hood, the Disney classic, so the cartoon movie. So I'm just telling you that it's actually the music I thought was very appropriate, and it was very good. That's the reason why I'm giving music a 10.
Yeah. When it comes down to it, Maury Laws also helped out with the creation of some of the songs in this one.
That is
and
true.
Maury Laws did a really good job here. Like I said, if it wasn't for Jules Bass, there's a good chance that the music would actually have been a little bit subpar.
Well,
because Jules put a lot of time and effort into every single song that is in the movie.
They worked very well. I think Laws and him worked very, very well together. I think kind of like probably Rankin was probably more in charge of the
he was the producer
of it. Yes. So really, you have to go up there. The producer is just supposed to get everybody working together, pulling together, moving in the right direction.
There was also some great cinematography, which I'm going to talk about after
design,
this. So
design.
I am going to give the music at least a 9. It definitely deserves it. Next, of course, is design, and actually, the cinematographers for this film were both Japanese.
Oh, there you go.
Yep, it was Akikazu Kono, I hope I said that right, and Satoshi Fujino. I really hope I said that right. Let me know in the chat or the comments if I pronounced that wrong. I wanted to make sure I got the dialect right. But yeah, basically, Akikazu Kono and Satoshi Fujino were the cinematographers for this particular film. And honestly, I think they were also for all the other ones as well, because this special was made not just in the US, but also in Japan. And every one of them worked really hard on this. But yeah, it's pretty cool how they managed to do the sets very much like the original movie. So, but yeah, you could definitely tell that, yes, it looks cheap, but here's the thing. It's stop motion. It's supposed to have that cheap look, damn it. If you don't understand that, then go watch some of the YouTube videos of stop motion. You'll see how bad it could possibly get.
Remember, it was film. So it's not like anything's going to translate over like it was video or DVD with all that stuff over there. So you're going to get some scratches and stuff like that, and very creative editing. It kind of reminds you of that one review from the critic. They were talking about Secret of Nim.
Yeah, basically what we found out from that one, and yes, we actually I did do the research afterwards, that they actually did find a way to get the pronunciation to sound Brisby instead of Frisbee. Because Frisbee was technically the name of the character before they were forced to change it. Due to, like anything else, copyright. So, yeah, in the end, he was able to just, believe he tapped on the sound tape itself or something.
He actually scraped the tape.
Just enough to make it sound like a B instead of an F. So instead of frisbee, it said Brisbee.
Yes.
It's actually very clever.
Because he passed away before they had a chance to
Yeah,
call
the
him
actor.
back.
Yeah, the actor for that one.
The voice actor for him.
But yeah, so if I'm going to look from the standards from at the time, it was very good. Especially since this is a consistent look that has made Jules Bass and Arthur Rankin Jr.'s style the way it is now.
Yeah.
So if anything, I'm still going to give it a 10 because, again, it is a very unique style that, sadly, not many specials or movies usually try to do. Heck, look at Elf. It was the most recent film we know of that used stop motion in it. And it was mostly live action. The stop motion stuff was only at the North Pole, which almost seems to be a bit of a recurring occurrence there. Yeah. But yeah, that's basically the idea on that one. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 10. What about you?
For music?
Design.
Actually, what I'm going to do with design is there were some things in... Well, actually, I guess you would say the design would be a 10 because I just started thinking about it is that, they used a lot of different things. Of course, they're going to recycle some of the things that they have because it costs a lot of money to go up there and make new puppets, make new things and stuff. But
not to mention, stop motion takes quite a while in order to get it to work.
So what I'm saying is that I think that they did a very good job in the design and everything else on that. I can only go with the 10 just because of the fact that it was very good. I mean, comparative to some of the other stuff early on, but remember that's from 1964 to 1977, there were advances and a lot of things were going to be that you could be able to use a little bit better and stuff. So yes, it was a pretty good thing.
Oh yeah, true enough. And finally, the atmosphere of this special. The atmosphere, like I said, is very much sticking with the style of the TV movie that was being presented. It truly is one of those unique movies that really does depict the story of Jesus in a way, but from an outsider's point of view. However, like I said, the atmosphere itself is good, but like I said before, the nitpicks on how things went, I think I'm only going to give it a 9. So, the atmosphere is a 9. Like I said, it's still an amazing film. I still recommend it for anybody who wants to relive the classics. But, if I'm going to be honest, this is not one of the best ones I would recommend. The best ones I would recommend are the two films I mentioned that we reviewed last Saturday, and the ones that we're going to be reviewing for next Saturday, because those ones are in a whole nother league of quality.
Well, and I think what happened is that because Nestor was kind of the last one that they did when it came to, so when you hit about 1977, that was kind of the last that you really saw. Well, actually, I think there was maybe one afterwards.
Let me see.
But when you start taking a look at the Nestor right over there, it was something that was totally different. Because if you really take a look at this here, like when we start reviewing the Little Drummer Boy, you're going to see.
Oh wait, no, it was not. It was not the last one.
What was it, Jack Frost?
No, that one's only 2 years after, actually. If you want to be completely accurate, the last one I believe was the last one that they did was The Life and Adventure of Santa Claus in 1985.
That was not memorable because I don't remember it at
all.
all.
Trust me. Let's just say this is when their quality started going
Well, you want to
south.
know something, too, is that Rankin Bass was big, started out in the 60s.
Because The Leprechaun's Christmas came out 4 years before that. And that one was good.
But what I'm saying
Not
is...
as good as the others, but you get what I mean.
Well, you got to remember, a lot of us that grew up with it, and then all the other people that started growing up with it. Of course, now you're having Snoopy come in, and you had, like the Peanuts Gang, and you started getting other things in there that it really kind of, and plus the stop motion animation and stuff like that, it kind of just was starting to go to the wayside. You know what I mean? And that was Rankin Bass's bread and butter, besides a couple of other,
Oh wait a minute, hang on.
Classics.
Oh wait a minute, never mind. It was a different film. It was no, it was right. Life Adventure of Santa Claus. But yeah, that's basically it. That was the last film that Rankin Bass officially made, which That for when it comes to Christmas specials, anyway.
Yeah.
But what was your score for Atmosphere?
I'm thinking. I'm going to go with a 9.
9.
I'm going with a 9.
All right.
I,
So that means
I almost could have done a 10, but everybody's going to say, well, you did 4 10s in a row. You think Atmosphere would be a 10, but the thing is that you're drudging it by each criteria, you know. But the last one is the overall everything on it.
For me, I got a 46. You got a 49.
The thing with the Atmosphere that kind of brought it down one, honestly, was the fact that even though that it was a good one, but it wasn't one that I would go and just hurry up and no, there's ink in there. You just
look. Here, there it is.
Yeah, you just gotta keep going. So what I'm saying is that the Atmosphere is that it's just something that it was good, but it wasn't one that I actually looked forward to seeing every year. But when it came on, I did watch it. So that's the reason why I went with a 9. Let me see.
This thing is literally being finicky. I'm not even joking here. Yeah, because it works sometimes and it doesn't work sometimes.
Let me see it. Here, just
bang on it.
No, it's okay. Let me see. Don't know why it writes just fine.
That is really weird. Oh my god.
Just put it on the desk and write on it. See, look how nice and smooth it wrote.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why. I hate you, you stupid pen.
Probably the other pens are just fine.
Well, they're in the garbage now, so that's what they get. There we go. Okay, next, of course, for our final review for this particular Saturday is, well, The Little Drummer Boy. Oh my lord! Now I know this one. This one I think was just purely music most of the way.
Well, actually, it wasn't. The one thing I have to say about The Little Drummer Boy and Nestor, those two are very, very together, in a sense.
They're both set in the same area.
Well, the
same time,
same time frames. And stuff like that.
Actually, there's actually a little bit of an Easter egg if you see those films. That if you see Nestor, you do see the Little Drummer Boy right in the crowd, I believe.
And you have to understand that there's always, because they do recycle their
almost gives a little bit of a continuity thing.
Yeah,
huh?
well, it does. It does give continuity and everything, and then they use a lot of the same voice actors and actresses too. So you have that going on. Now, with the Little Drummer Boy right over there, it both set at the same time. They both went to saw the baby Jesus. They both did all of these different things right over there, except that the fact is that they followed the star. Nestor followed the star, but Nestor's the one that was actually carrying the Mother Mary and baby Jesus.
Actually, and of course, this movie took place This movie was made 9 years before.
Yeah.
The other one, so it was made in 1968 and released at that time.
Yes, 1968. That's correct. And
so that's and technically its initial release was supposed to be December 19th, but they decided to release it 4 days early for the audiences.
Well, here you go. For me, this one here is a 50. I mean, this one here is a 50 for me. I and then when we get into it, I'll when we get to the
so far reviews call it a 7 out of 10 or 75% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is really good, actually.
I don't care. They're stupid.
No, 75% is really high.
I don't care.
On their standards.
They're stupid. They have no concept of reality.
The
Master Chief has spoken.
Would you also think that I would give it a 45?
About ready to slap you upside the head, but that's okay.
Trust me, I'm already going to be feeling.
I'm already going to sleep.
I'm already going
to sleep.
I'm already going to be feeling the damn wrath of King Rhythm after I gave a low score for freaking Frosty the Snowman. So I'm already have to deal with that.
Well, the reason. Okay, let's get the story. Story is classic. This is definitely classic Rankin Bass. The story of the little.
This is during their heyday.
But it's also they had the nice we can't go there till we get the music. But the story was a very good story too. It was just basically about a little boy that
Actually,
had everything going for him until some bandits came in, took out his family, everything else like that.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of death in those two.
And there's a parallel. He lost his family. He lost his farm, everything else except for the 3 animals that followed him there. You take a look at Nestor, lost his mom, and went up there and gained a cherub / angel / whatever they want to call him.
Seems like that there's a recurring occurrence with these 2 films. Like I said,
well,
death seems to be very occurrent.
Well, yes, but it was really funny was the fact that the little drummer boy hated people. And that's the reason why that when he caught up, like when the guy who was Winter, he was also this guy was like a great showman, back in that era and stuff like that. And it was like he had to bring that evil part in there by greed and everything else like that. But what it really came back at the end of the story, really, and the journey for it there, what happened was his lamb got hit by a chariot. You remember that?
Yep.
And then he went up there, he went to the king, and the king goes up there and says, I'm just a mortal king. I can't do something, but you have to go up there. So here he walks up to the baby Jesus, and he's going up there, and he has nothing. But it was funny was they said that his parents gave him the drum, and it was because it was the most loving gift that he has. So when he played the drum, it had magical power. So like the camel and the donkey and the lamb would all dance, but he played the only thing he had because he had nothing else like that. And then of course in what Jesus did or God did was like, here's your lamb to go up there and do this, but kind of broke down his rough exterior.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to give this one a 10 because this one actually did do a lot of things different compared to all the other Rankin Bass Christmas specials they've done. And this one was definitely so different and unique that it deserved, I believe it deserves a 10, honestly. It doesn't deserve a 7 overall, like, good lord. But yeah, honestly, that's what I believe. Now we go on to characters. And characters is unique because this is the only time we ever have a silent protagonist. The boy does not speak in any of them.
Which one?
The little drummer boy.
The little drummer boy speaks in
Then
this
why
one.
Doesn't his voice actor pop up? I don't even remember him even speaking.
The boy talks.
Hold on. Oops.
The boy gets angry. The boy does this. The boy talks to the king. The boy tells you why he's so angry.
I wonder why it doesn't show up on.
I don't know. Weird. Maybe
Hold on, let me double check.
Didn't want that. Maybe the.
It could be that it was just uncredited, which is weird. You would think that they would credit the dude who literally did the voice.
No, they should have. If I remember correctly.
Was his name Aaron? Then it was Ted Eccles, I think. So they did credit him. Okay, good. I'm like, good lord. I don't know why I didn't even see that in any of the credits. It's weird. And of course, if any of you guys know, there was already a famous actress in the last one for Frosty the Snowman, and she's back for this one. June Foray. Because she played Aaron's mother.
Yes.
The father was, of course, played by Paul Frees. Again, another reoccurring actor who's joined in. And, of course, Jose Ferrer was Ben Haramad. Now I need to find out when the world is set. Alright, anyway, though, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. So, I don't know. Oh, maybe. Oh, wait a minute. No, the version I saw, they actually silenced his voice.
Well,
they wanted to see how well it would do if the character was, well, a silent protagonist, and it was just all narrated.
Yeah.
And the version I saw on that one was really good. But actually, now that I think about it, yeah, he did have a voice in the original. Shoot. So yeah, I guess I have to give that one a 10 though for all the acting. All of it was done incredibly well in this film. What about you?
Well, as it comes back to for the characters and stuff like that, I will say that I will give that a 10.
10.
And the reason why is because you still it was still you had a lot of the people that came back, you know, so you always had voices that you can hear because the guy who played that one traveling guy, he also did the Meisterburger back when
Paul Frees,
Paul
yeah.
Frees, yeah. So you can hear that. So there's always this consistency of people. They changed it just enough, but you can still tell on certain words that who that was and stuff. So I'm very, as I said, I really like the fact that they did a really great job. And as I said, the 10 is that if you take a look, they had big names for that era.
Oh yeah.
So you know, all I can tell you is that it's like, yeah, I like that a lot. You know.
All right, now we're going on to music, and okay, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. There are have you ever had a song that just makes you cry just from listening to it? It doesn't do that to me anymore, but back when I was a kid, the Little Drummer Boy song was the one thing that hit me hard for some reason.
Well, you know why it was there was when you listened to it, you had, I think it was the Mormon Tabernacle Choir is the one that went out there and did something like that.
Yeah.
You know, and if you listen to the voices and stuff like that, it really does hit because it's a very slow, very rhythmic song and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But it shows basically that song tells the story of the little drummer boy right over there, which I really thought was just a really neat thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and when it comes down to it, I'm gonna give it a 10.
Yeah.
It definitely deserves it. What about you?
I'm giving it, of course, when it comes to the music, I give it a 10.
Yeah. Okay, next, of course, is design. Like I said, I think I'm just going to still stick with a 10 because this is Rankin Bass's style. Like, good lord, it is... Oh, hey, how you doing there, King Rhythm?
Oh, is he on? Okay.
Yeah, he's on. But yeah, when it comes down to this one, it's an easy 10. It's an easy 10.
For design?
Yeah, because it's literally Rankin Bass's style to do stop motion.
Yes.
And they did a really good job with this film, too.
Oh, yes, I agree.
Normally I would not really give design an overall continuous 10s. But with these films I'm mentioning for this year's Christmas month, yeah, it is definitely one of those ones where it's been pretty consistent throughout every one. Mm-hmm.
What
he was wondering if he could join the chat, and he doesn't know if he'll be much help.
Well,
we're almost done with the review,
yeah,
actually.
We're almost done with the review,
but we'll definitely have a lot of people for the review of Santa Claus is Coming to Town and A Year Without Santa Claus. So hopefully you'll be able to join us for that one along with some other people. I know that Ryan's going to join too.
Okay, so next week it sounds like we're going to have not only that you and me. We're going to have Billy Peddle, probably Puginator 2020.
Depending on how she's feeling.
And then we're going to probably...
And of course, for Billy Peddle, depending if she's busy.
No. She said she would do it.
Oh, she's doing it? All right.
So, and then we got...
Ryan and King Rhythm.
Yes.
Well, that possibly Ryan. We don't really know.
Yes, but we got King Rhythm there.
Yeah.
So we'll make
sure. So, yeah, so design, what would you give it?
Oh. Let me see. For design... I'm going to give it a 10 for 1968. You could definitely tell...
This is during their heyday.
Well, it was during their heyday and stuff like that. You could definitely tell it was filmed just by some of the scratchiness and stuff like that, where they had to do a lot of work with the editing and everything. You could just see it on the film in itself. However, I really like the whole design of it. They did, I thought, an exceptional job for 1968, you know, and... to me, that's a 10 right there because you're still learning from 1964. They did an animated one too, where animation's a little bit different. Hand drawn things are one thing. Stop animation, claymation, same thing.
Yeah, look at freaking Wallace and Gromit.
Yes.
Which we have to really. Maybe we'll do that as a January thing.
I think we should just do that for the 31st, and let's do some Wallace.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll have to make it a large special, though, because this will be one of those ones.
Well, it depends on what you want to do, because
I know.
You know what I want.
I know.
Okay.
But we'll figure it out. And now we're going to go on to Atmosphere. And, dear God, if this movie wasn't dripping with the atmosphere in this one, I don't know what will.
Well, it was a very good...
It was definitely an emotional storytelling that they did there. And you feel the emotion with every scene, every single action that the main protagonist takes. Every single character plays their roles with such emotion. You feel everything that's going in there. And I don't mean that as an insult. I mean that as like you feel the emotions at the exact right time you need it to. The music helps out with that. The overall characters acting, the acting ability of the actors for the movie are fantastic. The story, of course, makes sure that all of it hits home. All of it done well. I gotta give it a 10. What about you?
Well, as for the atmosphere of it, I'm going to give it a 10.
Son of a... Hold on.
Just write it on there. That it needs more of a solid place.
I can't believe this.
Okay, so my thing for that is a 10, and the reason why I'm giving it a 10 is that if you start taking a look, you got to go back to 1968. But when I was able to see it and actually totally enjoy it, we already knew the song. We understood the premise of the movie. The whole thing made it really good. It's basically it's a really good Christmas movie.
Oh yeah.
That you know what I mean. And I'm really it was really nice to be able to see something because we always heard the Mormon tap on that choir actually go up there and they sing. And that's something that you always hear. It's kind of synonymous what's going on. And then they actually, Rankin Bass says, we're going to actually turn this into a film.
True.
And I really think that was the best part of that whole thing.
Can you read that name? Because apparently this guy did a voice. I can't even read his name.
Okay, hold on. Well, you're asking me to, hold on. Which one?
It's the one that shows right there.
Jose Teddy?
No, not that one. You'll see it. See the name right there? The one, the bold? I think it's like Weiner Seingenauben. I hope I said that right. Please tell me if I said that wrong in the comments or in the chat because I don't want to insult this guy because he did a role in this movie. It's just I'm trying to.
Those things is that not.
I just hope I said it right because
no, I think you did. You did a pretty good job on that. I have to say.
My friends overseas have been teaching me some dialects, and I've been trying to learn from it. So, hopefully, I did that right for you guys. Oh, thank you. But yeah, that is the review for this particular Saturday, guys. I really am sorry we were unable to do a Roblox Saturday for you guys this week, but unfortunately, due to us getting our new phones here, which it's still weird. I'm gonna have to learn how to use this thing a little bit more, but who knows? It's gonna be very interesting. But yes, so to make up for it on Saturday on the 24th, I'll be extending the Roblox stream. That instead of it being 3 hours, I'm gonna make it a full-on 6, which means I'll be starting much earlier, and we'll be going all the way over to that one. So we're gonna be starting around. Let me see.
Why don't you just go ahead and do? Well, you could even do one tonight if you need to. I mean, because
I'm a little exhausted right now, though. Because we were all over the place in the mall. It was just absolutely insane. But yeah, so on Saturday, right before the review, I'm gonna do a longer Roblox Saturday for you guys to make up for the one that we missed this Saturday. But yeah. I'm actually now, of course, now that we're done with 4 TV movies, now is the last 2. The last 2 for this particular month, And you guys know them. I know them. These films have been around for God knows how long. The film's known as Santa Claus is Coming to Town and A Year Without a Santa Claus. And trust me, I think everybody that's going to be part of this review is going to absolutely have a lot to say about this film. Both these movies. I'm just going to be straight up honest.
Well, with the potential to have up to 6-7 reviewers, it's gonna be quite the shoot.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And so yeah, I guess since we are making a more larger group this time, maybe I'll do a 4 or 5 hour, 4 hour stream of Roblox. It will be much easier.
Well,
Plus, we have more time on the review itself.
Well, yeah, because I was gonna say, because if you did a 1 to 4 with an hour break, and then we're gonna need to
actually, I'll be doing Roblox Sunday after Saturday anyway on the 24th.
Because the 25th. No, 24th is Saturday.
I could do a Roblox Sunday at least for him on the 25th.
But that's Christmas. There's gonna be a lot of people opening gifts, dinners.
Shoot, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so you know. I mean,
so you know what? Yeah, I guess since we are doing a review on the 31st anyway,
yes,
that'll make up for it.
I agree.
So but yeah, of course I will do a video game stream if you guys help me get to 600 followers on Twitch, or 150 subscribers on YouTube. If you guys can get me up to those levels, or at least get me to one of those goals, then I will do a video game stream on the 31st, along with the movie review.
You know, maybe what we'll do too is we can maybe, but I'll see if I can maybe get all my stuff together. Maybe we'll make the knee house.
Oh yeah, I would love that. Oh yeah,
the Dave knee house.
God, I would love to have that right
Dave
now.
Knee houses.
It looks like we've dropped a few frames. I think it's mainly because of the weather itself, though.
Well,
it's not even that much of a drop.
Yeah, I know.
But it's still, yeah. Anyway, guys, if you guys like what we do, please follow us on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe to me on my YouTube channel, Mr. RetroActive Live Streams. If you guys want to find out what's going on, don't forget to click the notification button. Don't forget, if you want to be notified of our latest streams and videos, don't forget to like, share, and comment on these videos, because trust me, every like, share, and comment really helps us out here. If you guys want to support the channel, you can donate through stars on Facebook, bits on Twitch, like Master Chief did. PayPal, of course, is an option. You guys can, of course, subscribe to our Facebook page, join us on our Patreon, or you can subscribe through Twitch, through the tier system, or Amazon Prime, which, if you guys have Amazon Prime, you get a Prime subscription for free. Tomorrow, we're back on to the 12 games of Christmas. Oh my lord. I can't believe we're already on the second half of the list already. It's kind of nuts.
Yeah. What?
Hold on. Let me see if my phone number still works on this.
It does. Why?
My Discord.
Oh, yes.
I'm just worried that I may have just screwed myself on that one.
I don't think you have. Where did it go?
It didn't work.
It does.
Shoot.
It does. You might have to just re-log back in.
Wait, what was my... Wait, hold on. Oh, wait. I made the Discord before I changed my number.
You'll be able to...
So it's... Hold on. I believe it was... Oh, shoot. No, it's not even going to let me in. Luckily enough, I don't have to worry about that with my computer, at least. Thank God. So, yeah. Until I can get my... get my account Halo Maniac 6 on Discord, I guess I'm out on that one. But luckily enough, I do still have this.
You know what? I have to log in too.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I know. I forgot.
Now you know. Yeah, now you know my pain. All right, so we're going to be doing Mutant Football League, which is kind of ironic since it's Sunday, and we usually do Sports Sunday.
Oh yes.
So I think it's just kind of ironic we're going into that territory. So that's pretty cool. Next, of course, we got Team Fortress 2 on Monday. Yep, you guys wanted it after a huge surge in YouTube and Twitch, and I'm like, heck yeah, let's do this. We also have Final Fantasy VII. We're playing the original on the PlayStation 1. Oh my god, I'm going to rip my hair out because I would rather play the remake. But, however, the original is going to be awesome because we at least get the full game. And I personally really want to know what's going to happen with the remake ones because it seems like they're making a few changes on that.
Yes, they are.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet will be on... Oh, yeah, Final Fantasy VII Tuesday. Wednesday will be Pokemon Scarlet/Violet. I think we're going to do Scarlet this time, mainly just because so we could just do the story straight up, that there's no real issue with that one, so we're good. If not, we'll do a switch between Violet and Scarlet, just so we can, like, if you guys want to trade Pokemon or whatnot, I can do that. God bless it, this phone is slippery. Thursday is going to be Super Mario 64. We're going to try to go and continue our completion route right now with the 3D All-Stars. And finally, of course, we will be doing Harry Potter Quidditch. And, of course, and just for the heck of it, if anything, I might even do the 64 online one just so we could do some multiplayer with everybody. I think it'd be pretty fun. And finally, there is Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup on Friday. Wow, to think that one got the most amount of votes from all of you. Oh boy, it means I have to do a sports career for that one too.
Oh yeah. Well, that could also be a completion one too.
What? No, not Quidditch World Cup. That one's just gonna be straight up sports. I am gonna try to at least do a good career out of it.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Especially since I'm actually hoping that if anybody has ever made any mods for this game, I would love to see if I could try to maybe mod the game so we can add more teams and see if I could try to find a way to put that on the PlayStation 2 or possibly the Xbox version if I'm lucky. I'll do some research on that when I get a chance because God bless it, I would love to add some more teams into this game if we can. But yeah, other than that though, until then, I hope you all have an amazing day. I will see you all next time. Do you have any final words to say?
Go team.
All right. And of course, Rudolph was already there signing off over there. And until then, this is Mr. RetroActive signing out. Have a great day, everybody.